Is it time to panic about Jaylen Brown's injury status ahead of the NBA playoffs? We do know that he has been sitting a few games towards the end of the regular season, but what is it going to look like when we're facing a team for a possible 7-game series? How much can we rely on Jaylen Brown? We're going to break that down on the back half of the show. One ESPN analyst does think that Jayson Tatum needs to prove the most out of any player heading into the postseason. Can Jayson Tatum come to this playoff series with a chip on his shoulder, which is ironic because they just won the championship, so how big can that chip be, right? Well, he has received so much disrespect since winning the NBA championship that maybe he's got just a little bit more to prove this upcoming series. Before I break down the latest Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum news, I want you guys to go ahead and hit that sub button for me. If you guys want Celtics Today to go live for the NBA playoffs, we had a great time last year in all 4 rounds, and I want to do it again. But I have to show my bosses that you guys will join me. I need 25 new subscribers on this video to make sure we're live for the postseason. As you guys know by now, Jaylen Brown is not eligible for NBA awards after this season because he has not reached that 65-game threshold, which all NBA players have to have if they want to be eligible for these awards. Jaylen Brown only played 63 games. That's because he's been dealing with a knee injury for the last couple of weeks. He's been playing through it in some cases, but towards the end of the regular season, there's just no need to play players like Brown, like Tatum, like Porzingis more than they already have to. So I'm completely fine with Jaylen Brown not being eligible because I know he is prioritizing his health. But it absolutely sucks because he does deserve those awards. But the number one thing here, and the reason why they didn't push him to try to get those 65 games is because it is evident. If you're watching any Boston Celtics basketball game, Jaylen Brown is hurt. He's playing through it, but he is not 100%. He is not as sharp as he normally is on defense. He's not as quick with his steps as he is on offense. He's still playing great, don't get me wrong, when he is in the game, but you can tell he's just not 100% there. You can tell he's in pain. And if we're seeing this against teams like the Magic, the Hornets, the Wizards in the regular season, how is he going to look when these wins really matter? How is he going to look in a possible 7-game series going up against the Pistons, the Cavs, the Knicks, the Pacers, whoever it is? How much can you rely on him in the playoffs? Because if he plays 1 or 2 games, is he going to have to sit games 3 and 4 because his knee can't keep up? Because as we've seen over the last couple of games, when Brown is playing, his minutes per game is decreasing. The last game that he played for the Boston Celtics, the New York Knicks, he played 22 minutes. That game went into overtime. He did not play the 4th, did not play in overtime. Against the Wizards, 22 minutes. Phoenix, 28. Miami, 29. Sacramento, all the way back, San Antonio, all the way back in March was the last time we saw him play 30 minutes a game. This is a guy that typically is on the floor for 35-plus minutes. That's what he averages over the course of this season. So now, when you head into the postseason, and you've got possibly a 7-game series in the second round or the third round or whatever it's going to be, is Boston going to be able to play Brown for 35-plus minutes? And not to mention back-to-back games? Or are we going to have to start looking at a possible game in a first-round playoff series where we have to bench Brown because he needs a day to rest? This is where it starts to get a little bit sticky. And Brown did give his take on how he's struggling and how he's dealing with the injury. And he said, look, even though my team visibly can see maybe I'm in a bit of pain, they trust me to go out there and I can control my body and still be able to make plays and mentally be able to push through it. So we know that regardless, Brown will play. He's playing throughout the regular season with that knee injury, so he's going to play in the playoffs. What's unfortunate is that he is going to have to mentally and physically push himself. Well, let's say he pushes himself in the first series. Does that mean he's going to be injured in the second series or the Eastern Conference Finals or maybe the NBA Finals? How hard can Jaylen Brown push himself before saying enough is enough, I truly can't go anymore? I hope it takes a lot, and I hate that I have to watch him play in pain because it's not going to be the same Jaylen Brown, and he knows that. He knows his teammates are realizing that he's in a lot more pain than he's actually leading on. but he's figuring out how to play through the injury, and I have no doubt he's going to make it work in the playoffs. I just hope he doesn't overdo it. So what is your level of concern with Jaylen Brown heading into the postseason? Scale at 1, you have not a level of concern. You think he's going to be completely fine. You don't even see him in pain. 10 as in it's keeping you up at night. How can we go back-to-back if Jaylen Brown's not 100%? Let me know in the comment section down below. If Jaylen Brown isn't 100% by the second round, third round, does Tatum need to step up? Does he have the most to prove in this NBA playoff series? We'll break that down in just 1 second. First, I do want to tell you guys real quick about our sponsor on today's show, and that is Prize Picks. If you guys want to win some cash while watching sports, then Prize Picks is the app for you. All you guys have to do is download the Prize Picks app and then just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. Springtime is here, and baseball season is officially underway. Don't miss your chance to add your favorite players from the diamond in your Prize Picks lineups. Whether it's strikeouts, RBIs, or first-inning runs, take your pick of more or less for your shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash today. I decided to put my baseball picks in for the entire season, but you can also mix and match your picks. You can do your favorite baseball players, basketball, hockey, golf, even esports. So I took Paul Skeens to have more pitcher strikeouts, 215.5, and Aaron Judge to have less than 49.5 home runs. If you guys want to go ahead and put your Prize Picks in as the second half of basketball season is heating up and the push to playoffs is right here on Prize Picks. Go on ahead and download the app and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Download the Prize Picks app. Use promo code CLNS. That'll give you guys $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. It's looking like Brown is not going to be 100% in the playoffs. We can now start to adhere to that moving into the first round. But if Brown is going to be the same level of pain that he's in right now, it needs to be a 110% Tatum takeover. We know that Jaylen Brown came in the clutch last year in all 4 rounds of the playoffs. That's what led him to win the Eastern Conference Finals MVP and the NBA Finals MVP. But since those awards came out, since the Boston Celtics have won the championship, Jayson Tatum has actually gotten more disrespect after winning a ring, which is ironic because he's actually playing better this year than he was last year. The margins aren't crazy different. You know, he's scoring just slightly more. He's rebounding a lot more, assisting a lot more. But you'll notice that his three-point percentage and his field goal percentage is slightly less. Well, that is because he actually decided to take more shots. He's averaging more than 5 shots more than he was last year in a regular season game, combined with his field goal percentage and his three-point percentage. So he's becoming more aggressive on the offensive front. But yet, it doesn't stop with the slander. And finally, ESPN's Kendrick Perkins, he came in and said, look, you look at a guy like Tatum, and then you look at a guy like Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell has all the pieces, as they're saying that, oh, Tatum, he can't be number 1 in the league. He's got a team full of superstars. Well, Perkins said that Mitchell has all those pieces, and his numbers have actually dropped. So when I look at what Tatum has brought to the table, and I look at how he has a chip on his shoulder, he's going to remind the world of who the hell he is. Tatum gets compared, he gets disrespected, he gets all of the slander for a guy that is leading his team, one of the best teams, if not the best team in the NBA, in every single category, nearly almost every single category. Yet people are looking at him like it's not enough. You're not enough. Why didn't you win NBA Finals MVP if you're so great? There's so many things that Tatum can keep in the back of his mind and take it into this next playoff series as they're trying to go back to back and still prove these haters wrong. And Perkins continued to say that I think in this postseason, to not only go out there and get another championship, emphasis on another championship, but go get a Finals MVP. And be sure to remind everybody, when LeBron and Steph leave, y'all better mention my name for being the next face of the NBA. This is going to be a very pivotal point for Jayson Tatum. And I know he just won the NBA championship. But Perkins is right. If Tatum ever wants to shut anybody up, This is the time to play the best basketball of your entire life. He is coming back with a vengeance, which typically players do that when they made it to the finals and didn't win, or made it to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals and didn't win. Tatum's already won, but it's not enough. It's not enough to make everybody think that he is as great as he is. So Tatum is going to absolutely explode in the NBA playoffs. And the number one thing that I keep replaying over and over in my head from last year when they won the championship is he looked at his mom, he's got the shirt on, the hat, and the trophy. He looks at his mom and he says, what are they going to say now? What are they going to say now? Because that should have been it. That should have been end all be all. Give this man his flowers, and yet they still can't do it. Analysts, fans, Jayson Tatum haters, they're fueling him to be the best that he can be, especially since if Brown is not 100%, this is a clear path, wide open door for Tatum to absolutely take over, get himself an award like an NBA Finals MVP, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and add back-to-back. What are they going to say now after he wins an MVP award and another championship? Let me ask you guys this. Does Jayson Tatum have the most to prove? Out of all the players entering into the postseason, I do think Tatum has a lot to prove. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, if you guys want to see Tatum take over in the playoffs, we want to go live for you. So all you guys have to do to prove to us that you want us to be live is hit that sub button for me.